OutDaughtered, the Busby's baby names, where show is filmed, and what channel it's on. The world of reality television has introduced audiences to all kinds of families, big families, blended families, families facing extraordinary challenges, and families living beautifully ordinary lives that somehow feel extraordinary simply because we get to witness them grow. But among all of the shows that have captured viewers' hearts across the years, few have generated as much warmth, curiosity, and ongoing fascination as OutDaughtered. The TLC series centered around Adam and Danielle Busby and their 6 daughters, including the first all-female set of surviving quintuplets born in the United States. For years, fans have followed along as the Busbys took on the adventures, chaos, milestones, and heartwarming moments that come from raising not just one child, not just a pair of twins, but a family dynamic that includes a big sister and 5 sisters all born on the same day. The story of the Busbys continues to intrigue people around the world, and with every new season and every update shared online, viewers remain deeply invested in how this family navigates everyday life under very extraordinary circumstances. When people first discover OutDaughtered, they naturally have several questions. What are the names of all the Busby children? Where does the family actually live and film the series? Which channel airs the show, and how can new viewers watch from the beginning? The answers to all of these questions provide an even richer appreciation of the show because understanding the family's background and environment allows viewers to connect not only to the episodes, but also to the people behind them. This script takes a deep dive into everything that makes OutDaughtered such a compelling series. It explores the Busbys' family structure, the individual personalities of the children beginning with their names and identities, the location where the show is filmed, and the network that broadcasts it. Along the way, this script also provides context about why the show resonates so strongly with audiences, how the family story evolved over the years, and what makes this reality series stand out among others. Written in a natural, documentary-style flow, it is designed to mirror the kind of narration you might hear in a long-form YouTube video or an extended feature. The origins of the Busby family and why their story captivated viewers. Adam and Danielle Busby were an ordinary couple living in Texas when they suddenly became parents to an extraordinary family. Their journey into parenthood began like many couples. They married young, built their careers, and looked forward to raising children. But their path was not without challenges. Like many couples, they experienced infertility struggles, which required them to seek medical help to start their family. The journey to becoming parents wasn't simple, but it made the arrival of their first daughter, Blake, even more cherished. Blake Louise Busby was born in 2011, and she instantly became the center of their world. She is the oldest Busby child and the only non-Quint, which has shaped her personality and experiences in unique ways. Being the big sister to 5 younger siblings who also happen to be the same Aga has made her mature, responsible, and nurturing beyond her years. After Blake was born, Adam and Danielle still dreamed of expanding their family. Their second attempt at pregnancy, once again, required the assistance of fertility treatments. But nothing could have prepared them for the news they received. Danielle was carrying quintuplets. Not just any quintuplets, 5 girls. With that announcement, the Busby family's life changed forever. What makes this pregnancy exceptional is not just that Danielle was expecting 5 babies at once, but the fact that they were all girls. This made history. They became the parents of the first all-female set of surviving quintuplets ever born in the United States. Such a rare and remarkable medical event naturally drew media attention, leading to the beginning of the Busbys' public journey as the world became increasingly fascinated by what life would look like for a family raising 6 young daughters. The quintuplets, affectionately called the Quints, were born on April 8, 2015. Their arrival marked a moment that would eventually unfold into the creation of OutDaughtered, a show that highlights not only the excitement of raising multiple children of the same age, but also the very relatable challenges and joys of parenting in general. The Busby children, baby names and personalities. One of the first questions viewers ask when they begin watching the show is simple. What are the names of all the Busby children? With 6 daughters, including 5 the same age, remembering each name can take time, but each name carries meaning, personality, and a unique identity. Here is a full breakdown of the Busby siblings, from the oldest to the youngest Quints, along with the character traits that fans have come to know and love over the years. Blake Louise Busby, the oldest sister. Blake was the firstborn and remains the only Busby daughter who is not part of the Quintuplets. Her name, Blake, gives her a distinctive identity, fitting for the one child who began the Busbys' parenting journey. Blake is often seen as responsible, helpful, and naturally nurturing toward her younger sisters. Her middle name, Louise, is a family name that adds sentimental value. Even though she is the oldest, Blake still faces the challenge of growing up in a household where attention is divided among many children. Despite this, she has become known for her patience, gentle nature, and ability to step up when needed. Fans often admire the way she balances her role within such a large family while still enjoying her individuality. Ava Lane Busby, the first of the Quintuplets. Among the Quints, Ava is especially notable because she is part of the only identical twin pair in the group, Ava and Olivia. Ava Lane is known for being sweet, expressive, and bubbly. Her name, Ava, has become a fan favorite, and her middle name, Lane, complements her free-spirited yet gentle personality. Olivia Marie Busby, Ava's identical twin. Olivia is Ava's identical twin, and together they make up the Ava and Olivia duo that fans instantly recognize. Olivia is known for being lively and humorous, often showing a playful and animated side that makes her stand out even within such a dynamic family. Despite being identical, Olivia and Ava have distinct personalities, and fans enjoy seeing how they differ in their reactions, interests, and behaviors. Hazel Grace Busby, the red-haired Quint. Perhaps the most visually distinctive of the Quintuplets, Hazel Grace is easily recognizable for her beautiful red hair. Her name, Hazel, reflects her uniqueness, and her middle name, Grace, emphasizes her gentle and thoughtful nature. Hazel has captivated viewers not only because of her personality, but also because of the medical challenges she has faced with her eyesight. Despite these challenges, she remains brave, cheerful, and full of spirit. Riley Paige Busby, the spunky and headstrong one. Riley has become known as the most outspoken and adventurous Quint. Her strong-willed personality and quick wit make her a standout both in the family and on the show. Riley's name fits her bold nature, and her middle name, Paige, adds elegance and balance to her identity. Fans often comment on her confidence and leadership tendencies, even at such a young age. Parker Kate Busby, the sensitive and sweet Quint. Parker is known for her sensitive nature, calm personality, and thoughtful presence within the group. Her full name, Parker Kate, gives her a modern-sounding identity paired with a classic middle name. Over time, Parker has grown more confident and adventurous, and fans love seeing her development each season. Together, these 6 names, Blake, Ava, Olivia, Hazel, Riley, and Parker, represent not just 6 children but 6 stories that continue to evolve. Each Busby daughter brings something special to the family dynamic, and their names have become beloved by fans who follow the family's journey year after year. Where OutDaughtered is filmed. The Busbys' hometown. Another common question viewers ask is simple but important. Where does the family live, and where is the show filmed? The Busbys live in League City, Texas, a suburban city located within the Houston metropolitan area. This is the location where OutDaughtered is filmed, offering viewers a look into life in a Texas suburban community that balances comfort, growth, family-friendly spaces, and modern living. League City is known for its parks, schools, quiet neighborhoods, and family-oriented lifestyle, making it a fitting setting for a show centered around raising children. The environment is not overcrowded or overly fast-paced, which helps viewers connect with the Busbys' relatable daily routines. The setting also allows the family to maintain as much normalcy as possible despite being on television. League City's warm climate, community-focused atmosphere, and suburban charm often show up in the background of the series as the Busbys take the girls to parks, attend school activities, or simply spend time together at home. Viewers often appreciate that the show feels grounded, and much of that comes from the authentic, approachable tone of the environment where filming takes place. What channel OutDaughtered is on? OutDaughtered airs on TLC, a network known for documentaries and reality shows that explore unique families, human interest stories, and everyday life from extraordinary angles. TLC has become the home for several popular family-centered programs, and OutDaughtered is one of the channel's standout long-running series. The network's focus on storytelling and real-life experiences makes it a suitable home for the Busby's ongoing journey. Viewers who want to watch the show can find it on TLC's regular broadcast schedule, as well as on streaming platforms that carry TLC content such as Max, HBO Max, and Discovery. Many past episodes are available for on-demand streaming, allowing new fans to catch up from the beginning. Why OutDaughtered remains so popular? One might wonder, with so many reality shows available today, what makes OutDaughtered stand out? The answer lies in the show's balance of uniqueness and relatability. First, the Busby situation is historically rare. Raising all-female quintuplets in addition to an older daughter is something few families have ever experienced. This uniqueness naturally draws attention. But what keeps viewers invested is not just the extraordinary nature of the family, but the way they live their everyday lives. Despite their unusual family structure, the Busbys deal with the same joys and challenges that millions of families face: juggling children's needs, balancing school activities, navigating health issues, maintaining a strong marriage, managing finances, and trying to ensure that every child feels loved and supported. Their openness and honesty with viewers make the show feel real. Adam and Danielle share their struggles, their stress, their triumphs, and their growth as parents. Over time, audiences become emotionally connected to the family, celebrating their successes and sympathizing with their difficult moments. The growing identity of each Busby child. As the Quints grow older, their personalities become even more distinct. This is one of the reasons fans love following the family. Watching children evolve from infancy to toddlerhood to early school age reveals new aspects of their identities and dynamics. Blake continues to step into more mature roles as the big sister. Ava and Olivia maintain their twin bond while developing their individuality. Hazel's resilience inspires viewers, Riley's boldness entertains them, and Parker's sensitivity touches their hearts. The beauty of the show lies not only in the chaos but in the smaller, quieter moments of growth, learning, connection, and family love. The Busby parents, Adam and Danielle's changing roles. Adam and Danielle have also grown tremendously through the years, both as individuals and as partners in parenthood. The show highlights their teamwork, communication, and ongoing efforts to balance family responsibilities while maintaining their marriage and personal well-being. Fans appreciate that Adam and Danielle are honest about the challenges they face, from exhaustion to decision-making dilemmas to emotional struggles. Their transparency makes them relatable, even when their circumstances are extraordinary. Their ability to stay grounded, grateful, and focused on their children's happiness remains one of the core strengths of the show. OutDaughtered continues to be more than just a reality show. It is a portrait of a family that grew faster and larger than they ever expected, a family raised under the spotlight, yet rooted deeply in love, patience, and resilience. The Busby's baby names have become familiar to millions around the world: Blake, Ava, Olivia, Hazel, Riley, and Parker. Their hometown, League City, Texas, provides the backdrop for their everyday adventures. And TLC remains the channel that brings their journey to screens across the globe. The story of the Busbys is ongoing, and viewers continue to follow along as each child grows, each challenge unfolds, and each new chapter begins. Through laughter, chaos, milestones, and moments of reflection, the Busbys represent something beautiful, a reminder that every family is unique, every story is worth telling, and every day is an opportunity to live with love, purpose, and gratitude. Danielle Busby's birthday has always been a light-hearted, lively moment in the OutDaughtered world, a yearly checkpoint where viewers get a close look at the Busby family as they try to create normalcy in a household powered by 6 energetic girls. But this year's birthday, the one the new episode centers on, ends up being the sort of day that compresses everything: chaos, tension, sweetness, and a glimpse of the Busbys' ongoing communication struggles into one long, revealing stretch of hours. For Danielle, it becomes a birthday she won't forget, but not necessarily because everything went perfectly. Instead, it's because the day shows what it actually means to live inside a home where life doesn't wait for special occasions. Even celebrations require a balance between parenting, partnership, expectations, and reality. The new episode doesn't rely on dramatics or forced conflict. Rather, it unfolds in a way that feels nearly documentary-like, letting the natural patterns of the Busbys' lives shape the emotional arc. The Quints' excitement to make the day special, Blake's growing sense of responsibility, Danielle's desire for genuine relaxation, and Adam's attempts to always successful deliver what he imagines his wife wants. The result is a birthday that begins with enthusiasm, turns into a kid-directed adventure, and ends with a difficult but necessary conversation between Danielle and Adam about emotional labor, boundaries, and what it takes to feel seen in a marriage when the rest of life is so demanding. The day begins. Danielle's hope for something simple. The morning of Danielle's birthday doesn't begin with fireworks or a huge surprise. It begins with what she quietly hopes will be a shift in rhythm, not a day of lavish gifts or big outings, but a day without decisions. That is what she wants more than anything, to not be the architect of her own celebration. Anyone who watches the Busby family understands that Danielle's days are filled with being the default planner, organizer, and manager of everything from the girls' routines to medical appointments to household needs. Her birthday, therefore, isn't about extravagance. It's about having the weight slide off for a day. She mentions this briefly in passing, not as a complaint, but as an honest expression. She wants to feel cared for rather than responsible. The girls don't grasp the nuance of this desire, but they do feel the excitement of it being Mommy's special day. The Quints, now old enough to understand that birthdays are meant to be celebratory, but still young enough for everything to feel exaggerated and hilarious, insist on taking charge. Their plan, which they reveal with dramatic secrecy, is to give Danielle a real spa day, but in the Busby way. Kid energy, kid ideas, kid execution. Blake, the eldest, quietly tries to guide them towards something that won't overwhelm their mother, but the younger girls are committed to their own vision. The kid plans spa day, sweet, chaotic, and very Busby. The spa day becomes the heart of the episode, not because it's perfect, but because it's genuinely representative of who the Quints are. They set up stations, massage, nails, makeup, relaxing area, and a special moment section that none of them can explain consistently. They steal cotton balls, raid nail polish, and argue about who gets to be the one to start the spa. Their energy is explosive but rooted in love. They truly want their mom to feel honored. When Danielle arrives to their DIY spa, she laughs in a way that has two layers, the amusement of the moment and the relief that her daughters genuinely wanted to do something for her. She lets them paint her nails with colors that clash. She allows herself to be massaged by tiny hands that have no technique, but plenty of intention. She listens to their improvised songs and lets the silliness wash over her. She appreciates that this version of a spa day, though nowhere close to what an adult would call relaxing, is exactly what the girls could offer from their hearts. The deeper meaning registers with her too. These girls, who once filled her days with diapers, bottles, and constant urgent needs, are now old enough to want to give something back. Even if their gift is messy, it's a sign of change, of growing personalities, and of the emotional intelligence they're developing. The spa day is chaotic, but there's a sweetness in watching the girls take responsibility for their idea. Adam's role in the morning: present, but preoccupied. Adam watches the spa day play out from the sidelines, occasionally stepping in to help maintain some kind of order, but he's also thinking about the rest of Danielle's birthday. He's planned something else so mething he thinks will elevate the day beyond a kid-organized activity. But instead of clarifying what it is, or involving Danielle in any way that helps her feel prepared, he keeps the plan to himself. His approach isn't malicious. He believes surprises make days special. But what he doesn't realize is that Danielle, who often feels overwhelmed, prefers clarity over surprise, particularly when it comes to schedules. The morning ends with Danielle genuinely happy, but also a little tired. Kid-planned spa days, while adorable, are not exactly restful. She hints to Adam that she'd like to keep the rest of the day simple, but Adam's mind is already committed to the idea that he's going to make the day big. And this is where the tension begins to form, quietly at first. Midday, a shift in tone as expectations clash. Once the spa festivities end, the day transitions into what Adam has arranged. His plan involves taking Danielle out, getting her some real downtime, and making space for the two of them to reconnect. But in trying to give her something special, he accidentally adds stress instead. He hasn't communicated anything in advance. Danielle is still in the mindset of wanting a low-pressure day. As she begins to realize that Adam has scheduled multiple things and expects her to get ready quickly to keep the plan moving, she feels the familiar weight return. Instead of feeling relieved, she feels rushed. Instead of feeling celebrated, she feels managed. None of this is said out loud yet, but viewers can see her expression shift. For Adam, the situation feels confusing. He's proud that he arranged something thoughtful. He doesn't understand why Danielle seems tense. He interprets her quiet mood as lack of enthusiasm. And this misinterpretation subtly inflames the dynamic. What makes this portion of the episode especially relatable is how ordinary the conflict is. This isn't a dramatic fight. It's the classic issue of mismatched expectations, any partner wanting simplicity, the other equating love with effort and planning. The disconnect doesn't erupt immediately, but it simmers. The outing itself, a moment to breathe, but not enough to reset. When they finally get to their outing, which includes lunch and a massage appointment, Danielle relaxes a bit. She appreciates that Adam tried to do something meant just for her. She appreciates the break from the house. She appreciates the gesture, even if the timing and surprise approach weren't what she wanted. Viewers see her soften, letting the afternoon calm her. But the underlying issue hasn't gone away. Danielle still feels that Adam doesn't fully see how much she carries. She feels that her birthday became something she had to navigate rather than something she could simply enjoy. And Adam senses the distance, but doesn't yet know how to bridge it. Afternoon reflections. Danielle's honest confession to the camera. In her private reflections, Danielle expresses what she didn't want to say out loud earlier, that she's tired of being the one who adjusts. She says she loves her family deeply and appreciates all the effort put into the day. But she also admits that she wishes Adam understood the value of simplicity and that sometimes the best way to celebrate her is to remove responsibilities from her shoulders instead of adding structure around her. S moment is crucial because it demonstrates how emotional labor operates within relationships. Even on special days, the mental load doesn't disappear. Danielle's confession isn't harsh or accusatory. It's sincere, introspective, and vulnerable, giving viewers insight into the quiet struggles behind the couple's dynamic. When Adam and Danielle return home, the girls are thrilled. They want every detail. They want to know if Mommy had the best birthday ever. Danielle reassures them warmly, because from their perspective, the day was a success. The spa, the outing, the family energy, all of it meant something to her. But between Adam and Danielle, there's a heaviness that becomes harder to ignore. They're polite, pleasant, smiling outwardly, but not fully aligned. Adam senses that Danielle didn't receive the day in the way he intended. Danielle senses that Adam doesn't understand why she feels overwhelmed. And finally, after the girls scatter to play and the house quiets, the conversation that has been building all day finally unfolds. Dan initiates the conversation, trying to understand why the day felt off. He doesn't accuse or assert. He genuinely asks. Danielle, knowing this is her chance to express what's been weighing on her, chooses honesty over placating. What follows is a deeply human exchange, not dramatic, not explosive, not filled with accusations but meaningful. Danielle explains that she doesn't need big gestures. She needs partnership. She needs support without having to ask. She needs to feel like someone sees how much effort she gives every day. And she needs her birthday to feel like a gentle pause, not a structured series of events. Adam listens, but he struggles at first to fully understand. To him, effort equals love. Planning equals intention. Surprises equal excitement. He thinks he showed up in the best way he knew how. And he did BT, not in the way Danielle needed. The conversation becomes a space where they finally articulate the different ways they express and receive care. Danielle emphasizes that she wants emotional rest, not elaborate plans. Adam admits he didn't see it that way but wants to do better. By the end of the conversation, they're not angry. They're aligned. They understand each other more clearly. The discord becomes a stepping stone rather than a rupture. Sodi closes with the family gathered again, the girls singing a messy birthday song, icing smeared on fingers, candles melting unevenly. It's imperfect, loud, and exactly what the Busby home is known for. Danielle smiles Elle's smile this time, softer and less strained. The day didn't go flawlessly, but it went honestly. She felt loved by her kids, understood better by Adam, and reminded that being celebrated doesn't require a perfect script. What makes this birthday episode memorable is not the spa, the outing, or even the discord. It's the authenticity. It's the recognition that family life is a mix of high points and low moments, often happening simultaneously. It's the reminder that celebrations in a household of 8 don't pause the normal challenges of communication or the weight of parenting. Instead, they highlight them in a clearer light. And through that clarity, viewers see why the Busbys remain compelling. They aren't trying to be perfect.